This is a question I'm posing to everyone on YouTube. Well, several questions, in fact. First off, how do you see this government? Because clearly not everybody is satisfied. On one hand, there's these political factions, and that's all they are. They're not parties, and they're clearly not truly just for themselves. They're major factions that that seem to enjoy to fuck with us so much. The thing is that when a government refuses to change, one of two things tends to happen. It either becomes stagnant and weak, which allows all the enemies to take them out, or two, it incites revolt. The history of the United States is filled with just that, revolt. There was a revolt for civil rights. There were revolts because of the bank system. There were revolts because of oppression. You name it, there was probably a revolt. The thing is, could just a small amount of socialism, and especially the things that are ailing in the educational and the medical system, could it really help us? Because I for one see some merits into adding just a little bit of it. For one, it'll make the government more accountable. Because public school, granted, it sucks. But at least way back in the day, before I was born, you had some kind of competition. You could compete somewhat fairly. Of course, I am generalizing it because the whole racism thing does play a factor. But even after the civil rights, at least you had a better shot of getting to be what you wanted, or at least getting your foot in the door in something. Now, even with a degree, that's no guarantee. All that money on an expensive school that probably sucks anyway, be it public or private, for a worthless piece of paper that says, oh, you got a degree in the liberal arts. That's going to cause disillusionment. I mean, I'm already disillusioned. The thing is, accountability has always been the key role in this government. And no one's really taking accountability of anything, especially anything important. Okay, I understand about illegal immigration being a major issue. The thing is, where are the illegals being doctors here? Are they the ones doing your newscasts? Are they the ones, well, doing your fundraiser for all I care? No. They're the ones doing the jobs that Americans who are in power don't want to pay for the people that they don't want to shell out the minimum wage. Why do you think the agriculture became so dependent on illegals to a certain extent? even factories. If may, if maybe socialism might a small amount might help job-wise to make it a little more competitive for the rest of us. In the case of the medical, people will always complain about social security and welfare and all that. Well, welfare is something different, but it still ties into this. Not everyone can afford a life-saving surgery. And when you need it, it's better to have something and never need it than to need something and never have it. If the Medicare is taken away and Social Security and all that, that safety net is gone. And how many people can pay the rising costs of insurance, tuition, and all that other bills that are increasing in value? Well, not value, just in terms of expenses. How is that going to make our lives easier knowing we just have one more bill to take care of? Socialism will make it so that the rich pay more, granted. But like I said, only a little bit. This goes with that whole bullshit about class warfare if the rich are taxed. Well, lo and behold, if I'm rich, it's only fair I pay more because I can still make enough money, depending on my station. But when you're poor as shit, who wants to be viewed as extra baggage? It's like when Cartman said it in that South Park episode that about the poor people should die. That's pissing on the American dream. Because the main part of America is being able to rise above your station. I mean, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But the thing is, most of us will need a helping hand, or at least some kind of safety net. The thing is that socialism will help in making the government and the rich who can't afford this more accountable, as I've stated. And seriously, if you can give that extra dollar, then give it. Granted, don't give it to the crack addict in the street. He's just going to waste it. But there are people that use common sense. And I, for one, am grateful to live in this country. I mean, there's a reason why my mother got her citizenship and came over here. Just the same as her parents and her grandparents and so forth. There's a reason for that. And when you don't change to try to help people, you're pissing on the very same values that you're trying to preach. And the last thing I want to see is a revolt. I don't want to see it like it was in Egypt. I don't want to experience something like that. Because people in a mad frenzy do stupid shit. And then it will be worse than if at least you gave some some leeway. I would like to hear your responses on this. Until next time, hasta luego.